Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another ASRHS podcast club. Today with us, we have Ryan Gill, also known as the son of the chief of the police department. Very fun guy, actually. And we are going to be talking about Valentine's Day and school lunch. Exciting news about school lunch today, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, Ryan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Ryan Gill. I am very active in our school community. I'm the PR, which is public relations for the student council of the class of 2025, and I do cross country and track.
Yeah, very active guy, honestly, and fun to be around, actually.
Thank you, Miles.
But yeah, anything else?
No, that's it.
So, can you tell us what plans you have for prom?
For prom, I haven't thought that far deep into prom, but I don't know. I might ask someone, I might not. I don't know yet.
What about on the side of student council? Maybe for this year. I guess you do it next year.
Yeah, next year we're doing it. So we're looking at venues starting after vacation, after February break.
Okay.
And I think we're looking at Wachusett Ski Resort and...
That's a good one.
Yeah, Boxborough Regency.
I don't know what that one is.
Well, it's in Boxborough.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
So Wachusett, the good thing about that is they have the ski lifts. So you can just take rides up and down I think it's for an hour, but it's $1,000 per hour.
Oh my God.
Plus the $1,500 rental for everything. So
well, are they still gonna have snow?
No.
No, there's gonna be no snow because it's gonna be
go to the mountain.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna look really cool though.
Yeah.
Very pretty. And
I think as of right now, we're gonna be looking at early May for the date.
Okay. Question: haven't we had a prom at Wachusett already?
Yeah, that was I think 2 years ago, but
okay.
I think it's one of the most liked venues in our school.
Is it? So what does it look like on the inside though?
I think it's a pretty open space. I've heard good things, and I've seen pictures. It looks pretty nice.
Is it like a cabin look, or?
I think there's a tent, like a big white tent.
Oh.
Or there's another indoor place, but I don't know which one we're going to get.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get the tent because it's probably cheaper.
But it's still going to be nice because a lot of it's going to be outside. I think there's a pond right there in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Very beautiful. Any boats?
No boats.
You should get boats. Get canoes.
That's over our budget.
Get canoes.
Also, I'm pretty sure nobody wants to go on boats when they're in dresses and suits and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine if they fall and you're wearing a $600 dress. That's crazy.
But so how much? What's your budget for it though? How much money do you have raised for it?
I think we're around. I'm not quite sure, but I think we're around the 10 to 12,000 area. I could be wrong.
Wait, that's really good though, right?
It's pretty good, but we also have to factor in our senior activities. So I don't know how many we're gonna do, but we're gonna start thinking about those probably.
Definitely do some good ones like Six Flags. That's always a classic.
I know. Yeah, Six Flags is a good one.
Classic.
I know one of the ones the senior class from last year did was they went to a Woo Sox game.
I don't know if I want to do that.
They liked it, but we'll probably put out a poll on the Instagram and other stuff and just see what people want to do.
Totally.
They did Level 99, which was this just activities place, and you can just do a bunch of stuff. It seems pretty fun.
Like what?
It's like Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like what's there though?
Well, I don't know what's there.
It's just like a fun activity place.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Budaborg. I think that's what it's called, Budaborg.
No, I've never heard of that.
It's like kind of like I think it's a group escape activity place. I don't think it's much of an escape room per se, but it's like
But
it's kind of like it, and there's like prizes at the end depending on how well your group does.
Yeah.
But that's also that also should be an option, definitely.
Yeah, we could look at that.
Yeah.
do you have any like fundraisers coming up to get that price even higher, like your budget even higher?
So I think sometime this spring we're gonna do a canning drive downtown. We might do one or two, I don't know, but I've heard that raises a lot of money.
I've never.
We
ever
did it. We
participated
did
in
it with
anything like
band, and it didn't go so well. It was like only teachers were donating, teachers that would drive by
So
and stuff.
my brother was on student council for his class, and he told me they made like $1,000,
Jeez.
which is quite a bit.
But nobody carries cash anymore. You got to set up
Yeah, I
Venmo.
know.
You should set up Venmo.
We could do that. That'd be good.
You should definitely. Oh, maybe a GoFundMe.
We could do that. That's Venmo is one of the things that we're trying to look at, but
Yeah.
we just don't know how to go about doing it yet.
Setting it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you need a bank account
Right.
associated.
Yeah.
And our class doesn't have a bank account.
The thing is, you can just put it into somebody's bank account, like at the school, and then they'll just transfer all the cash back into like the school.
That's one of the things we were thinking about doing. Our treasurer, Shyla Charles, I think she wanted to do that, but we just haven't had time to discuss it fully yet.
Yeah.
Is there any like in-school things? Because we just had the carnations, which were
Yeah, carnations, that didn't make us as much money as we thought it would, but I don't think we lost too much money on it, so that's good.
But do you have anything planned like that that's upcoming? Because you usually have like a fundraiser in school and one outside
Yeah.
of school.
Nothing's planned yet, at least that I know of, but yeah, that's it.
Is there? I guess we're on the topic of Valentine's Day too. I mean, today is Valentine's Day, so
Happy Valentine's Day.
yeah, happy Valentine's Day. You did like pass around the carnations at school, right?
Yes, we
Is it still possible to buy them?
Not anymore. Today was the last day.
Oh.
So yeah, we were selling them at lunch today for I think $2.
Okay.
But yeah, today's the last day.
Did you get through all of them?
I think Mr. Tully bought all the rest that we had left and just gave them to a bunch of teachers at school.
That makes sense.
He told
Yeah.
us about that.
Mr. Tully's really nice like that.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite teachers, but
Yeah, mine too.
yeah, no, that's like some good progress. I know last year we were kind of worried about the money we raised for activities our senior year and stuff.
I think this new council that we got is very ambitious. So we just want to keep doing fundraisers, canning, car
Yeah.
washes. I forgot to
Yeah.
mention that one.
It sounds like Wachusett is like really ambitious because Wachusett's big. It's not like even running the ski lifts $1,000 an hour. That's
Yeah.
really.
We'd definitely only be doing that for an hour.
Yeah.
We wouldn't need it any more than that though.
I think people would like go see it at the end and then leave. Is what people would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boxborough is more affordable for us. I think it's $500 for a rental.
Is there like pictures online?
Yeah, there should be. I can pull up some pictures.
Yeah. While
Let's
you're doing that, let's
Bring up our next topic.
our next
So
amazing topic.
today at school lunch, we saw some really, really disgusting food.
Hold on. I found the pictures.
Okay. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So it has this
Yeah.
big pavilion thing in the middle.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
then
what is it called again?
a pavilion, I think.
Well, no, not that.
What? Oh.
Boxborough Hotel.
Yeah, Boxborough
for-
Regency.
For people listening, just so they can look it
Yeah.
up, obviously.
So back to school lunches. It looked like cat food today. It looked like cat food. There's others that looked like cat food. This one, it looked like vomit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, like, what is our school doing?
Now, hold on. You didn't taste it, did you?
I did.
You did.
I
I
tasted
did,
it
and
too.
I
Was it
spat
good?
it out.
It wasn't as bad as it looked.
Yeah.
I will say.
Well, okay. Was it kind of like would you say kind of like a soup, and then just like put it on a sub?
Yeah.
Would you call it that?
Mine had hair in it though, so
Did you take a picture?
no,
Okay, so there's no evidence. So why didn't you take a picture? Anyways,
didn't think of
that's
it.
besides the point.
I would say it was kind of just like they took a cheeseburger and just like mashed it up and just stuck it on a bun.
And then used like nacho
Wait,
cheese.
with,
Yeah,
like-
melted some nacho cheese.
With like
on it.
all the ingredients on like a
Yeah.
burger. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
And it was like a hot dog bun.
The hot dog bun, yeah.
So
What did they call it?
They called it a cheeseburger sub. They could have just said like a steak and cheese.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, you're not joking?
we
A
are not
cheeseburger
joking.
sub? That's
But
crazy.
Yeah.
school lunches recently, they have not been good. They've been just getting worse and worse every year.
Yeah.
And they made some progress last year where they're trying to get better meat to give out and stuff.
Yeah,
Remember.
the new director.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
didn't he get fired or something?
He
I
didn't
don't
get
know.
fired. No, he just had to go to other schools.
Oh.
He works
Okay.
for multiple different schools.
So does he still work for us?
Yeah. He's
Okay.
like the director of multiple different schools, and ours was getting so bad, he came in to
Yeah.
try and fix it. It's gotten bad again.
Yeah, because he made it pretty good, but
Yeah.
kind of seems like he's not here anymore. Cause
No,
No,
he
I don't
isn't.
see him. But
He's-
also,
yeah,
like
it just isn't good.
these, the school lunches. It's just the problem is that we don't get enough funding to have good school lunch, and also the lunch ladies and lunch
What-
people don't get paid enough to like, you know, maybe do a lot more with the
It-
lunch.
Mhm.
It's because they made lunches free,
Yeah,
which
that's-
is the
that's part
problem.
of it.
That's
But
yeah.
That's a big
I've
part.
heard from multiple people they would gladly like pay just so lunches are better, because I would never want to see that thing again that we
Yeah.
saw at lunch.
Also, it's not just that. It's like the pizza. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, the pizza's.
It's not even like
great.
good takeout pizza.
Yeah.
It's like
the thing is,
it's their own
pizza is
version.
it's pizza, right? You can't really mess pizza up.
Mhm.
But like,
I feel like they have.
They did.
Yeah.
Somehow they did.
It almost seems like the cheese on it just isn't cooked.
It's never melted all
Yeah.
the way. It's only melted at the sides, and then the middle is uncooked.
Also-
so they like French bread pizza, but it's
Yeah.
still just bread in the middle.
Yeah.
they don't put any like marinara sauce on it. Like no,
No.
Yeah.
sauce. There's like I got a piece of pizza once, and it was just like it just looked like cheese with like a hint of red on it.
Mhm.
Like it was, and it was like kind of soggy too, but it wasn't warm. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
like I don't know what it is, how to make food that bad, and I know
Yeah.
you need to make it in bulk, and that's probably why.
Yeah.
But why is orange chicken now the only good food they do at lunch?
Yeah, I feel like that is one of the only good ones.
It's because it's not American food.
Yeah.
Well, they made attempts at
Sure.
doing other stuff.
Oh, they have pasta. Pasta's all right.
Yeah,
you
some of
can't
it-
really mess the pasta up.
Some
Yeah.
of it just isn't cooked.
Yeah, it's
Like I'll
usually
find like
too
hard
like
pieces.
chewy.
in-
Or it will be like overcooked,
Yeah.
where it's like
Mhm.
chewier.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember they did falafel once. That was like
Yeah.
really good.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't.
But then they
really-
never did it again.
Yeah.
So like, what is their problem? Like, when they actually students like the food they give, everyone loves it, and then they go back to doing it never again. And
Well, I feel like one of the things they should start doing is like maybe put out surveys,
Yeah.
see what
Yes.
kids like and what they don't like, and what they don't like.
But then again, we just go back to the fact that they just don't get enough funding to
yeah,
yeah,
make better lunches.
it's most of this school. It just needs funding, but
Yeah.
that's most of
Yeah.
the world. So
But yeah, I mean, I remember when like in elementary school and middle school, we would always have like the actual plastic trays that they would wash every time,
They
which
don't even
was
do that now.
Yeah.
yeah, they don't even do that. It's because like
So they're spending more money on these plastic trays.
yeah, and it's also like super bad for
The
like
environment.
yeah, they're like the amount of more trash they're creating every single day by using the foam plates is crazy.
And they're meant to be recyclable, but because you're putting food on and you can't recycle them,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
what are you doing?
It's ridiculous.
Like where would you even put the plastic trays? Like did they just throw them out, or are they still in that room? Because you can't just get rid of that room because you
Yeah.
have all the equipment in there.
Mhm.
I've never seen it open.
Because you know what? I see Bear, our custodian, he takes out like at least 4 bags of trash every lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's crazy.
Yeah. So it's just creating so much.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also go back to the fact that there's a lot of kids who get good lunches, like the one lunch we do get, or there's a couple of good lunches, but when we do get a good lunch, like these kids just throw it away and they don't finish the food,
Yeah.
which is also an issue because they're not going to serve you good food.
If nobody eats it.
Yeah, and they don't want to waste good food too, and good food is more expensive, and they don't want to see people throwing away more expensive food, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it all just comes down to like the funding, and I remember, well, I guess I don't remember, but my parents would always tell me, like they still tell me like this every day, about like the school lunches when they were the kid. They were like
It was
always
awesome.
homemade, and they had like amazing homemade pizza, and it was just apparently it was like really good. I believe them.
I've
though.
heard other people though say theirs is really bad, and you'll look up school lunches on the internet and they're really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like there's photos of like nachos and the cheese is solid. It's solid.
Well,
like,
that's what ours is. There's like a layer
Yeah.
of plastic on top of it.
yeah, and then like it's when it starts to cool down, a like layer of
Yeah.
solid cheese gets made. Like I don't know how that's possible.
I don't
Like,
think the cheese necessarily is bought differently than like how we would get like nacho cheese from the store. I think it's just the way it is. They probably just need to cook it more honestly and like actually warm up the food, because that's one thing I've noticed is the food is like
A lot of it's cold.
it's always
Yeah.
it's either like a good temperature or it's just cold. I wish you'd be able to get lunch and it'd just be like hot, so you'd have to wait for it rather than it being cold. But I wonder if it's like a problem with they can't serve you the hot food because it's like dangerous for some kids because they might be dumb and then eat the food without cooling it off. But.
Or the vegetables are always like watery. Have you
Yeah,
noticed that?
the-
They are just
the
filled
green
with
beans.
like the green beans. You'll bite into the green beans.
It's because-
and then it's like you're taking a drink of water in
Yeah.
your mouth. It is.
They
so
steam
bad.
they steam the vegetables, so that's why they're watery.
Mhm.
Because
I think the vegetables are worse quality than the meat. It's
Yeah.
like they don't even taste like the vegetable. They taste. I can't even describe it.
I think also part of it is just the kids think school lunch is bad, so then they're gonna think that the vegetables are bad, and then they're not gonna eat it.
I think one of the things they need to bring back is the salad bar.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
right now, we just have the containers and they're already full.
Mhm.
And a lot of kids just, like you said, they just waste half of it.
Yeah. Well, also, one issue was the kids would still get the salads, but then they would still waste it. Like they would
Yeah.
make their own and they'd still waste it. But
I feel
But
like
they were always really good as
Mhm.
well. They
Yeah.
were always
Yeah.
good.
no, you could always like rely on those if you didn't like the school lunch, and
Yeah.
it was perfect. They
and you
had-
still can, but it just,
They
if you
don't
have
make 'em
lunch
as
3,
much. Yeah.
it runs out. Like
Yeah.
there's not.
There's
So-
not even like enough meat
Yeah.
options because
Mhm.
there's always garden salads and
Yeah.
like
Same
ham
as
salad stuff.
the sandwiches. They're running out quicker. That should be a sign that your lunches aren't good
Mhm.
when your salads and sandwiches are running out before your
Yeah.
the lunch you actually made. Like,
That's
it's-
pretty crazy.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know if the salad bar was like the issue about it was like the kids would get too much food, because I mean, I guess when I got the salad bar and during soccer season, I would like pile on as much salad as possible.
But you would finish it.
No, I would always finish
Yeah.
my salad every single time. I also think it's just the amount of meat they put on it now there's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 5 pieces of meat, like
Mhm.
not enough protein. But
What was I doing? Damn, I was just gonna think of something about that, and now breakfasts, they've gone down in quality a lot.
Oh, yeah. Now what is it? Just muffins, right?
So, in our freshman year, they would have like 3 types of muffins, like chocolate, these cinnamon ones, the blueberry ones. You'd have the bagels, and
French
then
toast sticks.
French toast sticks, and like sausage, egg, and cheese on a
Yeah.
croissant. And then
Oh,
next year,
sorry.
they start only making the muffins and then bagels. And now this year, it's like they don't even make homemade muffins anymore. It's like these processed foods, like in
Yeah.
bags, muffins. And then the bagels are always really cold and stale.
They're cold?
The bagels are usually like cold.
I
and
guess
stale.
I haven't been to school on time to
Yeah.
get breakfast.
They're
in a
usually
while,
cold
so-
and like really stale. Like you'll try and tear them up, and it's like tough to tear up.
Yeah.
And the French toasts are always like soggy. It's like gotten really weird now.
They need to go back to that like big selection that you can just pick from.
Yeah.
Just take what you want.
I mean, it is a lot to have the big selection. I think maybe a better idea, since it's just breakfast, they should just have like switch off between different breakfasts every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a lot for them, especially the amount of pay they get. Like I said, so having it being switched off every day makes it easier, and also just is less work.
Mhm.
But
Those original muffins, oh my god, they were good. Nobody eats them anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
what is your favorite bagel that they serve?
I'm gonna have to say it's the cinnamon raisin one.
I would go with the plain one.
I would go with the cinnamon, but I don't know where you got cinnamon raisin
There's
from.
raisins in it, bud.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
I've never seen raisins in those bagels.
Me either.
They had them once. They
Well,
were fire.
There it is. They had it once. People like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
now
aren't they
it's
doing
not
it?
there anymore.
Yeah.
I remember they would run out quick as well.
Mhm.
But what were you gonna say?
There's also the issue with the kids using other people's numbers to get another lunch.
Yep, they've made signs about that now. Now they make people pay for a second lunch, which they used
Yeah.
to do. And I
Well,
just
no,
saw this.
they've always done that. It's just kids have, instead, the people who aren't getting another lunch just use
Yeah.
other people, your friend's number, like,
Yeah.
whatever.
So they just get 2 free lunches.
Yeah, which honestly I don't think is too big of an issue, as long as there's enough food for like every kid
Yeah.
who goes to school.
Mhm.
Like, or they can just like they could measure the number of kids who eat lunch every day, and for specific lunches too, and then estimate how much lunch they should make for each meal.
I just thought, remember in like middle school how 8th graders would have the last lunch, and then they'd have the ability to get leftovers if there was more available?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
never got that.
They should bring that back, but for third lunch, because the
Yeah.
blocks are so long, and you're just throwing away so much leftovers.
Yeah.
They should bring that back.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, you're right, you have to go back to what it used to be.
Mhm.
But, and then it's a loop. Funding is an issue.
For
kids not
upperclassmen
eating it.
only, though. For 'cause,
Upperclassmen, yeah.
one issue with that is that, like, I guess you could say the government, it's because the government is funding the school's lunch. It could be seen as like, oh, these, the upper, I don't know, like maybe it might not be good And I don't know why, but it just, I feel like somebody would find a reason why it would like not be allowed
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like maybe people would, like the seniors would then get lunches for other kids too.
Yeah.
But
Have you ever seen those bagels that has like the melted cheese on top? They make
Yeah.
and
No,
it's
I
just
haven't.
hardened.
yeah,
And it's like
From the
it's meant to
school.
be like jalapeno something. Yeah. It's so weird. So it's like I don't even know how to describe what it looks like. Like do you have
it's
any what like
no, it's like what you said. It's like a plain bagel, but with like little jalapeno pepper bits in the bagel.
and then on
there's
top
also
it has
yeah.
like really hardened cheese.
Hardened
when you
melted
bite
cheese.
into it, it crunches. So there's no actual cheese and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I
that
think
shows they have gone cold. Like all the cheese is just hardened on it and stuff. It's
yeah, and then it
Yeah.
leads all the way back to not being warm enough. It's like so simple
yeah.
to just make it warmer, but, I don't
But
know.
it's so weird because then you'll look at like lunch and you'll touch the metal bit and it's hot,
Yeah.
and then you get your lunch and it's cold.
Yeah.
How is that possible? Like,
Yeah.
it's so weird. And like, have you noticed now people like stock up on the fruit they serve?
Oh, I do that.
Everyone
Oh,
does
I
that
do.
now.
Yeah, I take a cup and I fill it up with pears.
Yeah,
That's what-
everyone does that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
It's
that's
healthy for
fine.
you.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
healthier.
for you.
But like, that's gone by third lunch
Yeah.
because everyone's taking it. Like,
Yeah. Remember the incident at the beginning of the year with school lunch about like the first, second, and third lunch?
Oh
about
yeah.
oh,
the,
ice
the
cream.
teacher that apparently let kids go to first lunch
Yeah.
instead of
Instead of second.
yeah.
Retaliation.
And then there was that whole thing that went out.
Yeah.
The ice cream.
Yeah,
The
the
ice
ice
cream.
cream and
And
No
third lunch
naming
didn't
words.
get any.
They brought it back into like immigrants somehow.
Yeah, I
And they were
know.
saying that was the problem.
We were in Mr. Prescott's class
Yeah,
when
we
that
saw it.
happened.
Yeah.
And he analyzed every single
Yeah.
sentence that person
I
said
remember
and how
that.
they were wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it was so weird because I don't even remember who wrote it, but it was well written in
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
way.
Well, it was
like,
also, but it didn't make any sense.
It didn't
yeah,
make
it
sense
didn't
at
make
all.
sense, but like
Yeah.
their grammar was like dead,
Yeah.
dead on.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you guys want to rate the lunches?
Yes.
yes.
Wait, let me get my list out real quick.
All right.
But first off, obviously number one we got orange chicken. I mean,
Orange chicken.
10 out of 10.
10
Yeah,
out
there's-
of 10.
10
there's
out
no
of 10.
denying it.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Even the vegetables they add to it are good. The peppers
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
added pineapple, which is weird,
They
but
did,
it
yeah.
tastes good
It
with
does
the
taste good.
sauce.
Mm-hmm. And the rice with it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
And the rice is like, do you know what kind of rice it is?
Brown rice.
It's brown
Brown
rice,
rice.
yeah. And brown rice is healthier than white rice, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but white rice is more expensive and it
Yeah.
tastes better.
Do you know what's weird? The ASRHS.org page doesn't load for me for some reason.
No, it doesn't load for me either.
No, you have
So
to
weird.
search it up and then click on it.
Yeah, no, that's what happens to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so I guess we can just go through the lunches during February and just rate them. So we got the first lunch that we had was the barbecue pulled pork.
Oh my god, that's the cat food I mentioned.
So hold
that
on.
looked like
Hold
cat
on.
food.
Hold on. Let's not
Hold on.
get crazy. It wasn't that bad.
It was bad.
It's not bad.
When pulled pork looks gray, that is not right.
Okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
but the
best.
look was just unpleasant. Like,
Yeah.
I think the looks, you could say, aren't very good.
I
maybe
might have a
horrible.
photo of it.
But they're still. I think it's still good. What do you think of the
don't have a photo
vegetarian
of it.
beans?
I don't remember those.
I don't remember
I
those.
don't think I know what those are. Let's just skip that. What do you think of the milk? Like the
The milk.
The milk. Oh, I have
I-
some stories about those.
I haven't had school milk since probably 5th grade.
So
same.
yeah.
usually it is okay. It's not like oh god.
Usually.
But yes, that's the exact thing.
On the
you
off
always
chance
have to
that-
check on the expiration date
Mhm.
because there's a lunch 2 years ago. They had like these milk like the box of milk, and it was shaped like a juice box.
Yeah.
And I poured it out because there was no milk coming out of it, and it was just it separated, so it was like chunks and water.
Oh,
So it's you gotta be safe with school milk.
Yeah.
that's crazy. Okay, now we already talked about pizza.
Yeah.
What do you think of the roasted broccoli?
I just don't eat the school broccoli.
I think
Oh,
the
yeah,
broccoli
yeah.
needs to be
It's-
steamed more.
Yeah, it's usually too
Too hard.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I feel like if it looked more appetizing, then I would try it.
Yeah.
which shouldn't be an issue. Well,
yeah.
you should obviously still eat it.
Yeah.
But okay, next
Oh,
we got
thanks.
toasted. Oh, we got grilled cheese.
Grilled
Okay.
cheese.
Oh wait, no,
the
this
grilled
is
cheese is usually fire.
It
Yeah,
is usually
grilled
pretty
cheese.
good.
no, it's hard.
It is. The crust is actually pretty hard.
It's
yeah.
the hardest crust I've ever
But
eaten.
so if you
It tastes like stale bread. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't taste like it. It has the texture of stale bread.
yeah,
But-
but then they get the cheese perfect. So
Yeah, the cheese is always
Yeah.
pretty good. So
why is it always yellow as well? I want
It
to say
is
that the
yellow,
middle
yeah.
is like grease, like the
You know
color
what?
of grease.
it's good.
It's
I'm not
good though.
complaining.
Yeah, it's
It's
good
pretty
though.
Tomato soup.
That's
W.
usually decent.
I think
Yeah,
it's-
W.
I usually just give it to you.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't think it's the best tomato soup. Definitely, it's definitely not the best tomato soup. But I mean, it's still tomato soup. So I'm still gonna eat
Remember
it.
they did one of those lunches with grilled cheese where they had 3 different kinds,
Yeah.
and they had like a buffalo. That was actually good. That's the exact thing they need to do. They need to like
The
have the
variety.
usual lunches people like, but with
Mm.
variety, so you can expand more.
Yeah.
You mean with the soups?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
those soups are really good.
Yeah.
Um,
That's exactly what they need to do.
okay. We got fresh cucumber and tomato salad.
do not
that
know.
stuff is good. It's like it's like cut up cucumber and the tomatoes and then the cheese cubes. It kind of has like a sauce on it. I forgot what it's
I
called.
don't remember it.
It's pretty
don't
good.
remember it
Anyways, whatever. Next one. We got Burger Bar.
That was today,
This
right?
is no. Today was the
The
That's the
cheeseburger
burger
sub.
sub. The cheeseburger
No,
sub.
this is just we're talking about just normal cheeseburgers here. So the thing about the cheeseburgers that kind of annoy me are the burgers are like just soaked in
Water.
liquid, like
Yeah.
water. I don't know
No,
if
they're
it's
not.
I don't
Yes,
think
they are.
it's
When
water.
you look at lunch, when they pick up the burger, it is
Yeah.
in water.
It's in this big tub.
Oh, you mean the burger? I thought you were talking about the bun. I
No,
was like,
no.
so confused.
they just slap a piece of cheese on there.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't
And it's
think- I don't
usually
see a
the
problem with that.
cheese doesn't melt because it's cold.
Yeah.
So it's just like
Yeah.
so weird. And the burger, the meat's usually cold as well, which is not right.
Well,
that is really not
I
right.
think they just have to always have the different assortments that you can put on, like the lettuce, tomato, pickles, ketchup. You want hot sauce out there, and you want everything, just so people can make it better, because you have to make it better, or else you're not going to eat it.
Mhm.
And sometimes they just don't have that stuff, which is pretty annoying. But I think all in all, it's a solid
Yeah.
8.
It's not as bad as
Seven.
other school burgers I've seen where there are like holes in it and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Next we got Mangia.
I feel like I remember them doing this, and it was
It's
really
classic
weird.
pasta, and it's just pasta.
Yeah, we
already
Oh,
went over
touched
that.
on that.
We got brunch bonanza, French toast sticks.
That's
That is
usually okay, but
one
this,
of my favorites.
this time, remember they were like crunchy?
They were, yeah, they were.
What was that
I'd,
about?
I'd rather them crunchy, honestly.
Yeah.
Really?
Like crunchy French toast, I feel like that's good.
I'd rather.
But
have
it
them a
was
little
too
soft.
crunchy where there's like
It was too
air
crunchy.
inside of it.
Okay. I don't think I had that. Was it a Wednesday? Because I don't think I was at school that Wednesday.
It might have.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, next we got. Apparently, it's everyone's favorite: golden chicken nuggets.
It is not everyone's favorite.
Yeah, that was Monday, right?
Yeah.
So those weren't that bad.
They weren't as bad. They are better than most times.
I think if you just put them in a little bit of ketchup, then they're fine.
No,
I make.
definitely.
Should I talk about the sauce I make?
Oh no.
No.
I won't, but that makes them taste better. Trust me.
You dipped them in that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Trust me. If
Okay,
Teddy,
disgusting.
if
We
Teddy
have-
McDonald made it,
We
you
have
can
one more
trust
to
me.
go over before we have to end. So we got Taco Tuesday, obviously a W.
It is.
It depends though, because sometimes there's that gross meat they did. I remember street tacos last year.
Yeah.
Oh, when it wasn't like ground beef. It was kind of like
Yeah.
It was
That's
like
not
the
even street
chicken
tacos.
strips. It's chicken
but-
strips. It
Yeah.
was chicken strips. No, it wasn't solid. But I think remember when they used to give you 2 of the tacos?
Hmm.
And they were big too. I
Yeah.
loved that.
Now they only give us one.
They
Yeah, I
only
know.
give us one with a small amount of meat.
Yeah.
And then you have to spread it out because
Yeah,
there's like nothing
the
in
issue is with them, like the tacos would be so much better if they just had like twice the amount of meat,
Yeah.
them.
which is not much. Which is
And they
says
usually
something
throw it
about
out
how
at the
much
end
meat
of the
they
day. So
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's,
well. Anyways, that was. I think it was a good discussion on school lunch. I think we missed a few lunches, but
yeah, there's probably a
probably
lot
were-
of worse lunches we could talk about.
Yeah.
We talked about the good ones. There are some
but
that are.
you know what we can say? There is at least a variety.
Yeah.
It may not be so much to us, but like because we have it like maybe once a month, but still a variety.
Yep.
So we gotta be grateful for that, guys. Definitely.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you, Ryan, for joining us today.
Thank you for
Talking about-
inviting me.
Yeah, of course. I think it was
Long awaited.
Long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, long awaited.
I've been waiting to do this.
yeah. We gotta get more people
Yeah.
another time.
Have a big discussion, big
We've had.
table-wide discussion.
I think the most amount of people we've had on this is 5 or 4.
Did we have? I think we had 5 once. I feel like,
Yeah, I feel like it too.
but usually it's 3, and then we'll have
Usually
some
it's
with
4 or
2
5.
extra if they're like associated.
Yeah. But yeah. Thank you everyone for joining in, and we'll see you next time.